Happy holidays.
Welcome, YouTube family.
Now, you click this video because you don't know how can I sell my home to buy it, or potentially turn my home into an investment property to buy my next one.
That's correct. And as we're approaching the holidays, we're having gatherings, and a lot of you are reconsidering your space. And the question comes up, how do I get into a new home?
So in today's video, we are going to discuss the process of selling your home to buy your next property, because in our previous video, we talked about the entire selling process. And then also, we're going to even touch on investment to get your next property. This is Love in Real Estate. All right. All right. So I would say this is step one, but this is not. It's actually ground zero. Connect with a real estate professional in your area, and mind you, I'm saying professional, not just a real estate agent. Okay. Now in the previous video, we discussed 3 things that you need to look out for when you are picking your real estate professional when it comes to selling your house. Now, of course, you can check out that video right here on this side of your screen. And that shows, and we go into a lot more detail, but I'll just review real fast. So number 1, you can check out their sales record. That's their resume. Unless you know if they've done this before. How many times have they done purchases, helping people to buy? How many times have they sold houses, helping people to sell a house? And then also, we talk about preparing the house. Do they know how to get your house prepared? That shouldn't be on you. That should be on them. That's what you're hiring them to do. It's a job, a full-time one. And then also, the last piece is to get a customized plan for marketing your house as well. But we go into that in more detail in the previous video. So if you want to pause that, go ahead and check that out here.
Yeah, and I'll even add a 4th piece, right? We want to make sure they can sell your home and also buy at the same time. That coordination is really important. But what's even more important is, what is your goal in understanding that? So in the next step, we're going to talk about that. So now we're talking about understanding your goal. You're going to fall into one of 2 categories. I call it 2 simple categories. You're either going to rent your home or you're going to buy a home. And then you're going to need to talk to a lender.
This we could spend weeks on. Okay. Talking to your lender is when you actually get pre-approved, because the lender is the one that does the financial forecast for what you can afford. So for instance, when you want to sell your house, they're going to factor in how much you're going to net from your sale and factor that into the purchase price or even the monthly payment of your next home. Now, if you want to be an investor for the first time or second time, and you want to rent the house out, they're going to figure out whether you can carry both mortgages. So this is so important that you are very direct with the lenders about your goals. So when you explain those financial goals, hey, I want to rent my house out, or hey, I want my monthly mortgage to be this much. They'll reverse engineer it to let you know, hey, based upon your financial situation and how many liquid assets and how much your home asset is worth, this is the outcome that can be built for you. I hope that was clear.
No, you did a good job.
Yeah, thanks. All right, well, that takes us into our next point, renting the property out.
So we're going to talk about the first option, right? The first option is renting your home and then buying another home. So in this option, you're going to have a real estate professional run rental comps. This is going to identify what we're actually going to rent your house for. And then we're going to take that amount and subtract it from what your mortgage is, which gives you your cash flow. So we want to make sure that it makes sense to rent, that you're not going to be losing money every month. Now, I hear all my experts in the comments and that are watching that is just a phantom cash flow. That's not real. We haven't, thought about all of the expenses, CapEx, management fees, HOA fees, and just everything else, right?
Rental investment property nerds.
Yes, that goes into running a property. But remember, this video is to keep it very simple. And if you decide that being a landlord is not for you, that's very much okay. Which leads us into our next point, which is selling to buy.
Selling to buy. Now, when you are selling to purchase, it's all about timeline. So I want you to think about a line, okay? And in that, it's a line of time.
I might follow you.
A line of time. All right. So the first part is the sale of the house, okay? Now, your real estate professional is in charge of this timeline, not you. You are actually collaborating with them to let them know important dates, like for instance, when kids get out of school, or if you're transitioning a job, or some sort of family travel that's going along with that. That's all gonna be factored into that timeline, okay? So we start with the sale of the house, then we get an escrow, and then we close on that house. Then we start shopping, which is also / a rent back as well. And then we get an escrow on that house, and then we close on that house. So there's a timeline there that your real estate professional is literally running point on to be in charge to make sure that we're hitting everything without you being too stressed.
Yeah, that's correct. So all that coordination is very important, and which allows us to be able to do something called a rent back period, or we call it a rent back agreement, which is just simply a seller and a buyer have agreed upon a specific time period to be able to stay in that home once you sell. So this allows you to be able to shop. At this point, you've received your proceeds.
Yes.
So if the lender mentioned that you can't hold 2 mortgages, if you didn't want to be if you wanted to be a landlord and rent that first house out, this is the period that allows you to transition into that new home.
Well, I think that covers it.
Yeah, so now let's talk about what it's like to buy. So now we have everything that we need to buy your next home. So let's do a quick recap. So first is finding a realtor professional.
Next is understanding your goals with that real estate professional.
Talking to a lender to understand your financing.
And once we know our financing, then we're gonna figure out if we can hold the house by renting or if we need to let it go with selling.
And now last,
buy the house!
I'm gonna buy the house.
And then that's when you guys really just go nuts. And most of you just, oh my gosh, you guys overcompensate with the next house. I mean, everything that just broke your heart with the previous house, we are going to make sure that we get it done. And then there's my super dramatic ones that are just like, no, I must have a new build or nothing else.
Yes, indeed. So everything you can think of, like the theater room, a bigger backyard,
the closet, the kitchen. Oh my gosh. But we're here for it.
Yes,
and we're here to get you guys there.
That's correct. You guys deserve it. You've worked hard. So now let's wrap the video. So there's some things we didn't cover in the video. For example, like how do we leverage the equity in your current home to buy another home? How does it impact mortgage rates and buy down? And so many other things, right? There are different nuances that it will require a one-on-one conversation versus being able to cover everything in this short video.
And so if you want to get those details handled, you can ask us a question in the comments, or more personal, you can email us at info@thedotbookgroup.com. If you email us, then we can go ahead and set it up a one-on-one, and we can really just kind of understand your case, like what it is that you're trying to do to build a plan out for you.
That's correct. And then, let me think. Oh yes, don't forget to subscribe. Yes. To subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Now guys, I know you know somebody who may be looking to sell, buy, share this video with them. You never know what thoughts or what options may help that transition a lot easier.
Yes, when we're hosting for the holiday season or we're having people come over and gather during this season, a lot of us are really taking account of our spaces for the first time or all year. And we're like, I need some more space. There's a lot of stuff here. So this is maybe the time to consider it. Share the video. Yeah. Okay, and of course, don't forget to give us a like as well if you liked our video. Well, I think that covers it.
Yes, guys, until next time, we're your favorite real estate couple. My name is AD.
And my name is Amanda.
Bye.